So if you missed the UAP hearing today, it's because they really didn't advertise it at all. It was a subcommittee hearing. So it was a smaller hearing with an official from AARO, and pretty much like 10 out of 10 would not recommend watching it. It's not really much. You're not going to get anything. What you're going to get from it, the real quick rundown, is that the official from AARO basically described that right now the only stuff that they're releasing to the public is things that they can explain. So the things that they can debunk and say are not, extraterrestrials or anything other than, like a balloon, or, they say there are certain things that are just further away. And so it probably looked at, you get the idea. That kind of stuff they're releasing right now. They said that they're planning on releasing the ones that they're working on also, but didn't give a date. They gave a chart, so I can put up the chart and you can pause and look at that, and if you want to keep it, download it, whatever. And that just basically goes over the reporting as it is and the different crafts that they're seeing that are being reported and statistics for that. And then he did go over a couple of the reports that they have that they are working on that they're not releasing to the public, which are these.
The first one was brought to us by a law enforcement officer out west, where he observed a large orange orb floating several hundred feet above the ground a couple miles away. He went to investigate what was going on with that orb. And as he was pulling up to the location where he thought would be below the orb, about 40 to 60 meters away from some object the area was well lit, he saw a blacker than black object. He said it was about the size of a Prius, 4 to 6 feet wide. And as he got 40 to 60 meters away from the object, it tilted up about 45 degrees, and then it shot up vertically. He says 10 to 100 times faster than any drone he's ever seen before. And it did that without making a sound, as far as he could tell from inside of his vehicle. And just as it left his field of view through his windshield, then it emitted very bright red and blue lights that illuminated the inside of his vehicle as brightly as if someone had set off fireworks just outside his vehicle, or street flares. So that's anomalous because of the size of the vehicle with the great acceleration. And when he came back to investigate that area, he found no disturbance of the ground beneath it. So that's one interesting one. Another one comes to us from Southeast US. There was a U.S. facility where 2 cars of government contractors were leaving the facility around 9 o'clock in the morning. They looked up in the sky and saw a large metallic cylinder about the size of a commercial airplane, and it was stationary. They observed that there was a very bright white light behind or around the object. They saw it stationary for 15 to 20 seconds, and then it disappeared. Obviously, an object that large, stationary, unless it's a blimp, is unusual, but then disappearing, we can't explain how that would happen. And then the last case was interesting. We had a aircraft that was flying parallel to another aircraft, and it was capturing imagery of it. And a small looking object appeared to fly between the two of them much faster than them. Through very careful analysis, we think that the object might have actually been further away than the object that it was videotaping, but it requires very careful analysis to come to those conclusions, and we don't have the metadata to support that.
And so that was interesting. I'm just basically looking forward to when they're actually going to disclose everything. But if you don't want to waste your time, it really didn't do much besides that. And then them just sitting there and saying, what should we do to encourage people to report more? And then they talked about the website and how they're going to have people report through forms on a website, yada, yada, yada. And that's basically how it went. We really didn't get any, amazing information from this, and it was hidden very well. If you want the link, I'm going to put it in the comments. If you do want to watch the entire thing, you can. Other than that, that's pretty much all we got. They are going to have another one, though. So there is going to be more that we have to look forward to. Okay, I love you. Bye.